All right, here we are on a Sunday morning or sometime on Sunday, hopefully, for you. This is the Daily Devo. We're going to be spending our time in Advent with Dietrich Bonhoeffer, and this is day one. Day one. The Advent season is a season of waiting. Jesus stands at the door knocking, Revelation 3:20. In total reality, he comes in the form of the beggar, of the dissolute human child in ragged clothes asking for help. He confronts you and every person that you meet. As long as there are people, Christ will walk the earth as your neighbor, as the one through whom God calls you, speaks to you, makes demands on you. That is the great seriousness and great blessedness of the Advent message. Christ is standing at the door. He lives in the form of a human being among us. Do you want to close the door or open it? It may strike us as strange to see Christ in such a near face, but he said it. And those who withdraw from the serious reality of the Advent message cannot talk of the coming of Christ in their heart either. Christ is knocking. It's still not Christmas, but it's also still not the great last Advent, the last coming of Christ. Through all the Advents of our life that we celebrate runs the longing for the last Advent, when the word will be, see, I am making all things new, Revelation 21:5. The Advent season is a season of waiting, but our whole life is an Advent season. That is a season of waiting for the last Advent, for the time when there will be a new heaven and a new earth. This section now is from a letter that Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote to his parents from prison, remember. This is a letter to Bonhoeffer's, or from a letter, a segment from a letter to Bonhoeffer's parents, November 29th, 1943, and it was written from Tegel prison camp. Now, he's in prison. He's writing a letter to his parents. We can and should also celebrate Christmas despite the ruins around us. I think of you as you now sit together with the children and with all the Advent decorations, as in earlier years you did with us. We must do all this even more intensively, because we do not know how much longer we have. And that challenges me. It's something the Lord's been laying on my heart a lot lately about our celebrations of events, like we just did Thanksgiving, coming up Christmas, then Easter, all those things. And in much of our celebrating, our emotions rise or fall based on circumstances, based on whether we're getting that perfect holiday that we long for. Guy in prison says, no matter what, we've got to focus on it. We've got to celebrate it. Closing here with Revelation 3:20, listen, I am standing at the door knocking. If you hear my voice and open the door, I will come into you and eat with you and you with me. I think part of preparing our hearts for Advent is we get our focus on Christ. We get our focus on Christ, not who am I buying for? What am I buying for them? What are we having for the meal? Get the decorations up. Again, and as he says, these things we must do. But the real focus is the one who came to save us. Blessings to you today. I'm looking forward to the rest of these. I hope you are too.